Felt it changing in small ways. In moments I didn't question them. I kept believing we had time, while time was leaving us again. I held on with careful fingers, afraid to hold too tight. I didn't know love can disappear while you're still trying right. I thought effort would be enough, the care would understand. I didn't know love could fade so quietly. The way it slipped through my hands, the way love slipped through my hands, without a fight, without a sound. I was still trying to save us, while it was already falling down. I felt it leaving piece by piece, but I kept believing we'd stand. That's the way love slipped through my hands. I stayed close without reaching, I stayed hopeful without proof. We learned how to avoid the hard talks instead of choosing truth. I kept filling in the silence, explaining what you meant. I was holding on to intention while love was already spent. I confused staying calm with strength, and patience with a plan. Never asked what it cost. I was fighting for something alive, while you already felt it lost. I was bleeding in quiet ways, cold in a being song. You didn't take love from me suddenly. Let it be gone, the way love slipped through my hands. Finally telling the truth. Oh, does it fade instantly if both hearts choose? I won't chase what won't stay, or hold what doesn't want to land. That's the way love slipped through my hands, and I understand. Don't regret how deeply I cared. I regret what I defended then. The way love slipped through my hands taught me how to hold myself again. interested in small moments when you looked past my face, like I was standing right beside you, but already out of place. You listen, but your focus drifted, like your mind was somewhere free. I felt myself becoming background while you spoke gently to me. I told myself it didn't matter, that love doesn't always stay, but wanting to feel seen by you shouldn't feel rare. Your eyes didn't stay on me, they kept searching the room. I was giving you my full attention, you were already removed. I felt invisible in real time, like I was easy to replace. Your eyes didn't stay on me, and they told me my place. I watched you light up elsewhere, smile in ways you didn't with me. I questioned what I was missing, or what you didn't see. I softened every part of myself, tried not to ask for more. I stayed quiet through the hurt, so you wouldn't feel bored. I blame myself for wanting that, for needing you to choose. But love shouldn't feel like competing for someone's you. Your eyes didn't stay on me. Now when things got real, it stayed polite and innocent, like feelings were something to conceal. I was opening my whole heart, you were already halfway gone. Your eyes didn't stay on me long before you moved on. You walked me down my word, never pulled me close. You let me fade and pay inside, and called it being divorced. I was breaking without noise, still standing here by your side. You didn't leave me suddenly, you left me with your eyes. Your eyes didn't stay on me, and now I finally see love doesn't wander elsewhere when it's meant to be. I won't beg to be noticed or fight to feel chosen again. Your eyes didn't stay on me, so I let myself walk them. I don't hate the way you change, I hate how long I tried. Your eyes didn't stay on me, and my heart finally realized. up side by side again, but nothing felt brand new. He spoke about the day ahead, like love was something we outgrew. I watched the light touch your face, but he never reached your eyes. We shared the same beginning, while something in us quietly died. I thought time would bring us closer, that comfort man will find. I didn't know the cold could live inside a morning this kind. We share mornings without warmth, held time but not each other. I was reaching for connection, you were already somewhere other. I felt alone in daylight, like love forgot its part. We shared mornings without warmth, and it froze my heart. You moved around me carefully, like touch might say too much. I stayed quiet with my feelings, so I wouldn't ask for rest. I clearly did exchange, spoke softly, kept it light. I miss the way love used to wake and choose me every time. I blame stress and tired nights, anything but what was true. I didn't want to face the fact that I was waking up without you. We shared mornings without one, calling distance being gone. I was craving something human, you were already gone. I stayed hoping it would change, you stayed out of routine. We shared mornings without warmth, like that's how love should be. You watched me stop reaching for you, never asked me why. You let love cool down slowly, right in front of your eyes. I was breaking before breakfast, still saying I'm okay. You didn't leave me suddenly, you faded every day. We shared mornings without one, now I know what that meant. Love shouldn't feel like silence before the day is spent. I won't wake up beside someone and still feel this alone. We share mornings without warmth, and that's when I let go. I don't miss the day's beginning, I miss where you used to start. We shared mornings without warmth, and it taught my heart. You are still here, still calling, still saying we were fine. I didn't notice how your steps were moving ahead of mine. You talked about your future like I was still involved. I believed every gentle word while something else dissolved. I thought we were walking together, just learning a different pace. I didn't see you were already gone from the look on your face. I didn't know I was being left behind. You never said goodbye. I was still holding on to us while you were saying it inside. I was catching up to promises you already released. I didn't know I was being left behind until you stopped reaching for me. You stayed kind, stayed familiar, never made it feel like the end. I kept giving you my full heart while you stopped investing in it. I noticed the effort shift slowly, but I told myself it was time. I didn't want to believe the truth that you were stepping out of mine. I bring distance, stress, the days, anything that felt less real. I didn't know silence could mean you already made your deal. I didn't know I was being left behind. You let me keep believing I was still planning my world with you, while you were quietly leaving. I kept adjusting to stay close. You didn't turn around. I didn't know I was being left behind till I felt the ground. You watched me stay committed, never warned me you were done. You let my love keep running while yours was already gone. I was loyal to the present. You were living something new. You didn't leave me suddenly. You slowly walked me through. I didn't know I was being left behind, and that's what hurt the most. I would have faced the truth sooner if I wasn't loving the whole. I won't follow someone forward who won't wait to stay. I didn't know I was being left behind. Now I'm choosing my own way. I don't regret believing in us. I regret what I couldn't see. I didn't know I was being left behind until I chose to walk with me. I didn't know I was being left behind until I chose to walk with me. Felt it fading before it left, like air I couldn't hold. you stayed close, but something real was quietly growing cold. You said the words at the right time, but they didn't settle in. I smiled back, tried to believe, but love felt thin. I kept asking myself gently if this was how love feels, but my heart knew something was missing, even when you were near. Love felt thin in my chest, like it couldn't reach my heart. I was giving you everything while feeling half apart. You stayed hoping it would deepen, you stayed keeping your distance instead. Love felt thin in my chest and heavy in my head. You listened without leading in, you stayed without staying true. I kept lowering my expectations just to make it through. I blame myself for wanting more, for needing something real. The love shouldn't feel this empty when it's supposed to heal. I confuse calm with connection, silence with being strong. I didn't know love to feel so light until last is more. Love felt thin in my chest, like it never fully stayed. I was holding on to hope while you slowly pulled away. I kept breathing through the crying, pretending I was fine. Suddenly, you let it run out. Love felt thin in my chest, but the pain felt real and true. I won't stay with love, feel shallow, needs me to push it through. I deserve a love that's deep, that doesn't leave me guessing again. And that's where this ends. I don't regret how deeply I felt, I regret what I accepted then. I felt thin in my chest. Now I'm learning to breathe. You knew how to calm the room, say the right words at the right time. You helped me when I felt low, but never crossed the line. You stay close enough to soothe me, far enough to stay free. I felt safe in your arms, but never truly seen. I told myself this was love. Your peace meant we were strong, but my heart kept asking quietly what was missing all along. You gave comfort, not connection. You were there, but not with me. I was opening my whole heart. You stayed emotionally free. You held me through the moments, but never chose to stay. You gave comfort, not connection, and it slowly broke me that way. You listened when it was easy, but feelings didn't last too much. But when I needed depth and truth, you pulled back from my touch. I learned which parts to hide from you, which truths you couldn't hold. I carried all the heavier nights, so you'll never feel the cold. I confused being supported would be loved all the way. But love shouldn't stop at halfway, and never choose to stay. You gave comfort, not connection, like that was all you could give. I was building something with you. You were just burning out of live. Hugging in presence, honesty, not silence, trust and scared. You gave comfort, not connection, and left me standing there. You watched me soften every need, never asked me why. You let my love turn into patience, while something in me died. I was bleeding without noise, still calling this enough. You didn't hurt me by leaving, you hurt me by staying half. You gave comfort, not connection, and now I finally see love doesn't feel this empty when it's meant for me. I won't settle for being sold while my heart goes unseen. You gave comfort, not connection, and I choose what should mean. I don't hate the way you cared for me. I hate how far it was. You gave comfort, like connection. Now I know the difference. I used to speak what I was feeling, say the truth without delay. But every time I tried with you, it felt like too much to say. You stayed calm, you stayed distant, like emotions made you tired. So I started holding everything. I didn't wanna lose or fight. I watched how you avoided moments when feelings came too close. I didn't know I was learning the thing that hurt me most. I learned silence from you, from the way you looked away, from every time my honesty made you change the subject or fit. I stopped asking real questions, stopped saying what was true. I learned silence from you, and it rewrote what I do. I learned when to stay quiet, when my voice felt like a threat. I learned how to swallow words you never wanted to get. I softened every sharp edge, made my feelings easier to hold. I didn't know I was disappearing just to keep you close. I confused the calm and safety, thought quiet meant we were fine. I didn't see my voice fading a little more each time. I learned signs from you, from words you wouldn't hear. I learned love the few conditional. If it got too real, too near, I stayed gentle, stayed careful, so you wouldn't pull away. I learned silence from you, and I still carry it today. You watch me stop expressing, never ask me why, or benefiting from my pride, while something in me died. I was breaking without noise, calming distance, beat it wrong. You didn't teach me how to love, you taught me how to be alone. I learned silence from you, but I'm unlearning it now. Love shouldn't punish honesty or teach a heart to bear. I still believe in speaking up and being fully seen. I learned silence from you, but I chose a different me. I don't regret how deeply I tried, I regret what I became. I learned silence from you. Now I'm learning how to say my We stood close but didn't touch, said enough to fill the space. I felt the gap grow wider every time I saw your face. We learned how to stay polite, how to keep things calm and clean. I didn't know we were drifting while standing in between. I thought love just settles down, that this was how it goes. I didn't see we were unlearning what we used to know. We forgot how to lean in, how to meet each other halfway. I was reaching with my whole heart, you were pulling back each day. We didn't fall out loudly, we just stopped trying to begin. We forgot how to lean in and let the distance win. You stopped noticing my silence, I stopped asking for your time. We learned how to share the same room without crossing a line. I kept hoping for a moment you'd step closer again, but every ordinary day made it harder to pretend. I blame stress and baby nights, anything but what was clear. Love doesn't fade from one mistake, it fades when no one's here. We forgot how to lean in, like closeness was too much. I was craving real connection, you avoided every touch. We stayed safe inside our habits, cold distance being grown. We forgot how to lean in, insert love into stone. You watch it stop reaching up, never asked me why. You let my effort disappear, but in front of your eyes I was bending without breaking sound, still hoping you would come in. You didn't push me far away, we both forgot to lean in. We forgot how to lean in, and that's what ended up. Love doesn't survive on standing still or avoiding touch. I won't stay when closeness fades, then never feel sting. We forgot how to lean in, so I won't forget myself again. I don't hate how we let go, I hate what we didn't try. We forgot how to lean in and quietly said goodbye. You were there when things were simple, when my smile didn't crack. You held my hand in easy moments, but pulled away when it mattered back. You listened when I kept it light, and my voice didn't shake. But every time I needed more, you chose the exit instead. I kept telling myself you meant well, that this was all you knew. But love shouldn't stop showing up this has to feel true. Your care stops halfway, right where my pain began. I was asking for presents, you were doing what you can. I didn't need saving or fixing, just someone who would stay. Your care stopped halfway, and I felt it every day. Alone which truths made you quiet, which feelings made you pull back. I carried the heavier moments so you wouldn't feel attacked. I thanked you for partial effort, called it love, called it fate. I kept lowering my expectations just to keep you there. I confused your limits with kindness, your distance with being kind. But love doesn't stop and comfort and leave the wrecks behind. Your care stopped halfway, it didn't follow me through. I was drowning in questions while protecting you. I was still emotionally present, you were already gone. Your care stopped halfway, but mine held on. You watched me carry the weight alone, never stepped inside my fear. You chose ease over effort and called it being clear. I was breaking without remorse, still saying I'm okay. You didn't hurt me by being cruel, you hurt me by walking away. Your care stopped halfway, and now I finally see love doesn't force an inconvenience. If it's meant for me, I won't beg for partial presents or teach someone how to stay. Your care stops halfway, so I walked the other way. I don't hate how you cared for me, I hate how far it went. Your care stopped halfway, now I choose what love is meant. I used to feel you right away, in the way you said my name. Now I wait for signs of feeling that don't come the same. I check the tone of every word, the space between replies. I'm standing still inside myself, watching time go by. I told myself love gets patient, that this was normal too. But like waiting to be chosen by you. Love became something I waited for, like you wasn't here anymore. I was holding space for us while you stayed unsure. I stayed ready, stayed open, hoping you'd come through. Love became something I waited for instead of something we did. You showed up when it felt easy, when nothing pulled you away. I learned how to be available on your kind of day. I stopped expecting consistency, called it being the chore. I didn't know love could feel this distant and still feel unsure. I blamed time and blamed the pressure, blamed everything but you. How did I want to see the truth, that love wasn't mutual? Love became something I waited for, in between you coming and going. I was building something honest, but you kept it slow and open. I kept my heart on standby, hoping you'd arrive. Love became something I waited for, just to feel it. While yours quietly scarred, I was present every moment. You were halfway at best. You didn't save love from me loudly, you let it rise. Love became something I waited for, to feel like standing still with an open head. I want you to be chosen, the parts were all again. Love became something I waited for. Now I'm choosing when. Now I'm walking my own I learned how to look okay, even when nothing felt right. I kept my answers simple, so no one saw inside. I showed up like I was steady, like I didn't feel the space. But every smile I gave away left an ache I couldn't place. I thought holding it together means I was being strong. I didn't know pretending fun could last this long. I smiled through the emptiness like it wouldn't show. I kept my pain behind my teeth so no one would know. I was empty in the middle, but calm on the outside. I smiled through the emptiness and slowly lost my life. I laughed at the right moments, played my part just right. I kept conversations shallow, so nothing touched the night. I told myself this was normal, that everyone feels this way. But silence grew inside my chest every single day. Yeah, I confused being pleasant with being truly okay. I didn't know a smile could hide this kind of pain. I smiled through the emptiness, letting days pass by. So on to everyone else, while something in me died. I didn't ask for saving, I just wanted to feel. I smiled through the emptiness and forgot what was real. You never saw the quiet damage because I kept it clean. I protected everyone's comfort while disappearing unseen. I was breaking without noise, still saying I'm fine. You didn't miss my plane, my chance. I hit it every time. I smiled through the emptiness, but I want to not again. Love shouldn't feel like acting strong or faking who you've been. I deserve to feel whole out loud. My silence just to survive. I smile through the emptiness. Now I choose a different life. I don't regret the kindness I gave. I regret what I denied. I smile through the emptiness. Now I'm learning how to cry. We sat in the same silence, heard the same familiar sounds. I felt you drifting farther while you were still around. We talked about the day ahead, kept everything surface level. I was standing right beside you, but never on your level. I thought presence meant connection, thought staying meant we tried. I didn't know you could feel alone with someone by your side. We share space without us, like love already left. I was giving all my effort, you were giving what was left. I felt empty next to closeness, felt unseen, untouched. We share space without us, and that hurt too much. You stayed calm, you stayed polite, like nothing needed to change. I was holding all the tension, trying to keep us safe. I watched myself stop reaching, stop asking how you feel. We were living in the same moment, but nothing felt real. Oh, I blame time and blame routine, call distance being wrong. I didn't know love could fake its way while never being gone. We share space without us, day by day, side by side. I was still in motion, reposing. You were already outside. We didn't fight, we didn't fall, we just quietly lost touch. We share space without us, and that was love. You watched me low on my knees, never asked me why. You let me fade in real time, right before your eyes. I was breaking without noise, still called her this love. You didn't leave me silently, you just start showing up. We shared space without us, and now I see it clear. Love shouldn't feel this empty, and someone's near. I won't stay with closed doors, feels colder than goodbye. We share space without us, then that's why I walked away. No regret how deeply I tried. I regret how long I stayed. We shared space without us, and let love quietly fade. You didn't change overnight, you just stepped back a little each day. I felt the space before you named it. but I didn't walk away. I knew the pauses in your voice, the way you stopped leading it. I'd seen this shape of silence before, so I let it begin. I wasn't shocked when you pulled away. That's what scared me the most. I recognized the pattern, like something I already knew close. Your distance felt familiar, like I lived in it before. I was already missing you while you were still at my door. I stopped asking what was wrong, stopped reaching just to see. Your distance felt familiar because it was already in me. Stay kind, stayed careful, never said you were done. I stayed hoping effort would matter. While you slowly moved on, I learned how to expect less, how to sit with the space. I adjusted to your absence while looking at your face. I confused, being patient, was learning how to cope. I didn't know familiarity could feel this close to home. Your distance felt familiar, not sudden, not new. I've been preparing for goodbye while still loving you. I felt alone beside you, like that was normal to be. Your distance felt familiar, and that finally set me free. You watched me stop asking questions, never asked me why. You felt relieved by my quiet, while something empty died. I was grieving someone present. That's the hardest truth. You didn't leave me suddenly. I just got used to losing you. Your distance felt familiar, and now I know the cost. Love shouldn't train your heart to accept being lost. I won't stay where absence feels safer than being seen. Your distance felt familiar because I stayed too long in between. I don't hate how you changed, I hate how long I tried. Your distance felt familiar, and that's when I finally chose my side. I didn't ask for promises or words you couldn't keep. I didn't ask for certainty when love felt deep. I stayed where you placed me, never raised my voice. I thought love would show itself without a choice. I kept believing effort speaks when words fall through. I I didn't know silence was the answer from you. I didn't ask you to choose me. I thought you already had. I was standing right beside you, giving all I had. I didn't ask for reassurance or to beg for truth. I didn't ask you to choose me. I trusted you.
They didn't compete for your attention, didn't fight to be seen. I believe love didn't need proof if it was real between. I let you move at your own pace, let you take your time. You didn't know waiting quietly was crossing a line.
I confuse trust with patience, come with being strong. I didn't know love could stay silent this long. I didn't ask you to choose me. I assumed you already knew. I gave consistency and presence while you stayed unsure too. I didn't ask for perfection, just honesty and care. I didn't ask you to choose me. I thought you were there. You watched me stay available, never claimed your place. You let me love in uncertainty. With a straight face, I was loyal without conditions. You kept your options free. You didn't refuse to choose me. You just never did. I didn't ask you to choose me, and now I choose myself. It shouldn't feel like waiting on someone else. I won't stand in quiet hope or prove what should be clear. I didn't ask you to choose me. Now I'm clear. I don't regret how deeply I care. Every cry what I assume. I didn't ask you to choose. I didn't ask you to choose me, because I thought love already moved. It didn't freeze all at once. It cooled a little every day. Your touch stayed where it was, but the feeling slipped away. You spoke the same familiar words, but they didn't land the same. I felt the warmth leaving slowly, even when you said my name. I told myself love changes pace, that this was how it grows. I didn't know the quiet shift meant something was letting go. Love changed its temperature, not cold, just not alive. I was still reaching for the fire, stayed anyway. You stayed kind, you stayed calm, like nothing needed repair. I stayed noticing the distance in the way you barely cared. I stopped asking for your warmth, started dressing for the cold. I learned how to survive the shift instead of being held. I confused adjustment with strength, endurance with being brave. I didn't know love shouldn't require this much self-restraint. Love changed its temperature, and I felt it every night. I was missing what we used to be, while you felt just fine. I kept hoping it would warm again. You never felt the need. Love changed its temperature and changed something in me. You watched me learn to live with less, never asked what it cost. You stayed comfortable in the cool, what I felt, but we lost. I was shivering in quiet ways, still calling this love. You didn't break it with cold feet, you let it cool enough. Takes its temperature, and now I know the sign. Love doesn't slowly cool like this, if both hearts are trying. I won't stay where warmth fades out, as silence takes its place. Love changed its temperature, and I chose to walk away. I know hate our love stays on the earth. I hate how long that stayed. Love changed its temperature. You told me what I need to feel safe. We woke up on the same schedule, said the same familiar lines. I felt the love turn practical right in front of my eyes. We moved through days on autopilot, never asked how we felt. I noticed warmth leaving slowly, but I kept it to myself. I thought stability was safety, that calm and we were fine. I didn't know repeating days could erase what was mine. We let routine replace feeling, let comfort stand in for care. I was craving something human, you were just being there. We stayed together out of habit, forgot how to breathe. You stopped noticing my silence. I stopped asking you to try. We learned how to keep things easy, so nothing would collide. I watched love become efficient, organized, controlled, and small. I was missing what we used to be, while you felt nothing at all. I confused being steady with being truly close. I didn't see love was fading, and the things we never chose. We let routine replace feeling, called it being grown. I was still in motion, really present, while feeling alone. We didn't fight, we didn't fall, we just quietly agreed. We let routine replace feeling, and that's what ended me. You watched me low my knees, never asked what it cost. I was breaking in quiet moments while pretending nothing was ours. We protected the structure, ignored the truth underneath. You didn't leave me suddenly, you just stopped feeling. We let routine replace feeling, and now I see it clear. Love doesn't survive on schedules, or slow it's year by year. I won't stay where presence feels colder than goodbye. We let routine replace feeling, and that's when love died. I don't hate the life we built, I hate what we became. We let routine replace feeling, and forgot love's I had 1,000 questions ready, every word lined up inside. But you looked so far away from me, I knew none would survive. I waited for a clear moment, something honest, something true. The silence answered louder than anything you do. I realized explanations would only pull me back. I'd already said enough in ways you never met. I walked away without closure, not because I didn't care, but because I was tired of waiting for answers that weren't there. I stopped chasing understanding from a love that wouldn't stay. I walked away without closure to finally be okay. I used to rehearse the hard talks, late nights, same old lines. But every time I spoke my truth, you treated it like time. I learned how much silence costs when only one heart tries. I wasn't scared of losing you, I was scared of my life passing by. I thought closure came from talking, from hearing one last truth. I didn't know closure could come from walking away from you. I walked away without closure, left my questions in the past. I didn't need one more explanation for something that didn't last. I stopped begging for clarity, stopped standing between. I walked away without closure and chose my peace. You watched it fade in real time, never asked me why. You stayed comfortable in confusion while I learned how to survive. I was breaking without noise, still hoping you would come through. You didn't leave me suddenly, you taught me how to leave. I walked away without closure, and that doesn't make me wrong. It means I learned my heart mattered, even when it wasn't heard for long. I won't wait for final sentences from someone emotional than gone. I walked away without closure, and I moved on. Don't regret loving deeply, I regret saying untold. I walked away without closure, and that became my cure. You were still here, still close enough, but something felt withdrawn. I noticed how the room felt bigger every night you stayed gone. I kept savoring you a place beside me, like you'd return the same. I didn't know the empty space was learning my name. I thought missing you meant waiting, that love would circle back. I didn't know absence could settle in and never unpack your absence and learn my name. You knew my quiet nights, you stayed with me when you didn't, and memorized my fights. I stopped calling out for you, started answering the pain. Your absence learned my and it never left the same. You moved on without a sign, like nothing here was lost. I stay calm I don't hate the way you left, I hate what stayed the same. Your absence learned my name. Now I'm forgetting it on purpose. I used to listen for your footsteps, even when you weren't here. I chased the sound of maybe, till it drowned what I could hear. I replayed every sentence, almost every sign. I didn't know I was loving what was already behind. I thought waiting meant devotion, that hope was something brave. I didn't see I was running after words you never gave. My heart doesn't chase echoes of what never came back. I won't follow empty promises down a one-way track. If love can't meet me present, I let it go instead. My heart doesn't chase echoes of the things you never said. I stopped checking old messages, stopped reading between lines. I stopped calling it destiny when it felt like wasting time. I noticed how quiet healed me more than waiting ever did. I learned peace doesn't lie from loving what once lived. Oh, I confused memory with needing, familiar with true. I didn't know letting go of something like you do. My heart doesn't chase echoes, it listens for what's real. For there's a stable voices that say what they feel. I won't beg the cast to answer, or I silence to pretend. My heart doesn't chase echoes, it chooses where to land. I get too much to affection, to shadows wearing your face. I stay loyal to the idea while you left me space. I was fighting what was painted, calling absence aside. You didn't need to leave lightly. I stopped chasing you in time. My heart doesn't chase echoes, it walks beside the truth. Love doesn't hide in distance or need proof from you. I won't run after silence or mistake it for death. My heart doesn't chase echoes, it protects what's left. I'm not afraid of loving again. I'm afraid of loving this. on longer than I should. Try to be what you needed most. I kept believing love would return if I stayed close. I adjusted my expectations, lowered my voice, my need. I didn't notice how tired I was, just trying to make you see. I thought letting go meant losing, thought it meant I didn't try. I didn't know staying this long was how I said goodbye. This is where I let go gently, not in anger, not in blame. Cause it stayed the same. I'm not walking out defeated, I'm just choosing peace instead. This is where I let go gently of everything we never said. I stopped asking you to meet me, stopped hoping you'd turn around. I felt the answer in your silence before it made a sound. You stayed kind even when it hurt, stay calm through all the signs. And finally choose me too. You watch me fade into patience, never ask what it costs. You stay comfortable with distance while I was getting lost. I wasn't leaving out of anger, I was empty by then. You didn't lose me in one moment, you This is where I let go gently, and finally